Hallo Horrorhasen. Willkommen zurück in unserer liebsten Kleinstadt, der gepflegten Wahnsinnigkeit, nämlich Harvest. Wir laden unseren Spielstand. Und wir sind heute bei Tag 3. Mal sehen, wie dieses Elend hier sich weiterentwickelt. Steve ist und sieht nicht sehr begeistert aus. Unser Ziel ist es, ein Mitglied der Lodge zu werden. Unsere erste Aufgabe haben wir schon abgeschlossen. Nehmen wir uns erstmal die übliche Zeitung. Zeitung bekommt Jimmy.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep him that way.
Okay. Die Edgin Memorial School, da gehen wir mal hin. Oh, ein Feueralarmknopf. Ist glasgeschützt. Haben wir einen Hammer? Gucken wir mal. Ein Schraubenzieherhammer, ne? Eine Schaufel. Was haben wir hier noch? Das sieht kein. Ah. Upsi. Wo wir bleibst? Keine Angst, Leute. In einem Let's Play habe ich gesehen, es gab eine Sense. Die hätte ich natürlich gern.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say, though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
Ja. Scheint so, ne?
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Ja, keine Ahnung, was mit Daddy ist, ne?
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Tja, Dad's illness.
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
Ja,
I don't
keine
know.
Ahnung, was mit ihm ist.
I can't get in to see him.
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need to start behaving like an adult, especially if you're gonna take over the family business. You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach. A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Ja.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat, only the juiciest cuts. Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the Lodge use us to cater their affairs? Your father's very particular about the profits, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat. There are certain tricks of the trade, Steve. Once your dad gets better and you start working in here cutting up the meat, you'll be privy to them. There's always cheaper, better ways to do things, if you're creative. Don't be such a stranger, Steve, and my best to your dad.
Okay. Musik von draußen. So, wir haben jetzt eine Fleischerlaubnis. Keine Ahnung, was genau man mit der Fleischerlaubnis macht. Aber wir gehen jetzt erstmal nach Hause. Mal gucken, was mit unserem Dad los ist, ne?
Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Ja? Haben wir jetzt nicht aufgeschaltet? Ich glaube schon. Sind euch die Gitterfenster hier aufgefallen vorher? Nee, ne? Schon merkwürdig. Oh mein Gott, was ist denn da los? What is that? Screenshot from the movie Rosie Palm meets Rosie Cheeks. Okay. What's that?
No! Leave that there! If any of it turns up missing.
Marv, what's going on in there?
Go! Go!
Ach du Schande, ich bin total entsetzt. Naja, okay, also, Hier, Papa, guck mal.
I need some meat, and Pat won't give me any without your signed permission.
Good old dependable Pat. Here, son. Here's my signature. Take it to him, and you won't have any problem. Now go, son. Go quickly, before she comes back.
Ah. Tja, dann dürften wir jetzt was Fleisch bekommen, wenn wir jetzt die Unterschrift von unserem Vater haben. Also geben wir Pat diese unterschriebene Fleischerlaubniskarte.
So, your father okayed the meat, huh?
Ja.
How's he doing?
Sieht irgendwie scheiße aus. Aber er holt sich prächtig.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Here's your meat, son. You run along now. A new shipment of animals has come in, and it's time to start cutting.
Es bricht die Nacht herein. Okay. Die Musik. Oh, guck mal. Carmelito, guck mal hier. Wir wissen, wie wir mit Hunden umgehen müssen. Sehr gut.
man. All right. All right. All right.
Längstens gemacht. Okay. Begleitet. Die dritte Nacht ist vorbei.
What do you people want from me?
More pie, Shaman?
Welcome to our order. The hand that grips the life that is Stephanie.
Willkommen zu Tag 4, meine Hasen. Auf geht's erstmal ins Wohnzimmer. Wir packen uns die übliche Zeitung ein. Die wir dann natürlich Jimmy geben.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep him that way.
So. Jetzt gehen wir erstmal in die Lodge. Wir haben ja jetzt den Auftrag erfüllt. Und geben dem den Krempel.
Exquisite cloth. Its loss should trigger quite a bit of dissension amongst our gallant firefighters. Still, that is not your concern. Your next assignment is to break into the tonsorial establishment of Mr. Pastorelli and abscond with his prized barber's pole. Lack of respect for authority, a fine trait for a member of the
Einmal
order.
den Slaps zu dem Stil.
Yes, I approve, Stephen. I hope you succeed in your task. Break into the shop, steal the barber's pole, and bring it back to me. At that point, I shall give you your final
Okay. Tja. Er hat gesagt, wir sollen zum Barbershop gehen. Beim letzten Mal haben wir alle umgebracht, als wir da waren. Das machen wir jetzt nicht mehr. Wir wissen ja, rechte Maustaste nicht benutzen. So gut. Wir können uns ja mal kurz unterhalten. Oh, der versteht kein Englisch. Haben wir nicht beim letzten Mal mit ihm gesprochen? Na, dann gehen wir erst noch mal zum Friedhof. Warum? Einfach nur so. Ist das nicht das Kind von der Frau aus dem Diner?
Damn it.
Sehr weird. Oh, die ist tatsächlich nicht da.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order? Sure. And my name's Edna Fitzpatrick. I'm not the one with amnesia.
Then you believe me.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I guess I've changed. I'm not kidding.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old. Thank you for asking. But since she disappeared, it's too painful for me to talk about her. Other than the diner, she was all I had. There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he just up and ran out on me one night. I heard that he joined the lodge, but if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to him. Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands. He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon. The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve, and soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he used the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens. The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh.
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me. Though I see them together a lot, Boyle and the sheriff never act very friendly towards each other. Almost like there's some kind of bond between them besides friendship, though what it might be I can't imagine. Maybe Sheriff Dwayne resents the fact that he's never been able to get into the lodge. So that's not Boyle's fault. He just hands out the applications. He doesn't decide who gets admitted. Sheriff, you know, it's funny. Dwayne never comes in here with Deputy Loomis, but he frequently dines with Mr. McKnight. You know, the owner of the TV station. Sometimes he comes in with Postmaster Boyle, but somehow I don't think they're friends.
Also ähnlich wie bei Twin Peaks ist ja wirklich ganz schön eine Verschwörungs...
Sheriff, you know, it's funny. Karen's little purse. Oh. Here's your reward money. Please, take it and go.
Yeah.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy anything today? Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing. Steve, you live close to Mr. Johnson. How is he taking it? Such wanton vandalism. It just breaks my heart. I'll have to send him a nice fruit basket, though if he wants some new paint and sealant, it'll cost him. hope we can finally get rid of all those missing children signs. They clutter the scenery so.
Ja, und wiederum bricht die Nacht hinein, meine Hasen. Auf geht's in die 4. Nacht. Hups, hups. Oh, warum hat denn der Schaf so rote Augen? Aha. Ja, schwer zu sagen. Ob das lebt oder nicht lebt. Es hat auf jeden Fall rotglühende Augen.
Well, that didn't work. Oh, man. Yeah.
So. Auftrag ausgeführt. Nun endet die Nacht, meine Hasen. Und damit auch die Folge. Ich hoffe, es hat euch wieder Spaß gemacht. Und ich hoffe, ihr seid auch beim nächsten Mal